Andy Cohen, celebrated host, producer, and author, has once again showcased his acting talents. The host of Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen recently appeared in the Sex and the City continuation, and just like that, reprising a special role. This appearance also marked an on-screen reunion with his longtime friend and SJP star, Sarah Jessica Parker. On July 24, Andy announced his return to the SAT universe as a shoe salesman. This time, Andy's character has a name and lines. How it went, how it's going. Andy wrote, sharing photos from his past and present filming experiences. He thanked Michael Patrick King for bringing back Barney's shoe salesman, now a Bergdorf's shoe salesman named Daniel. For those unfamiliar, Michael Patrick King is a writer, director, and producer for both series. The official SJP Instagram also celebrated Andy's appearance, sharing a side-by-side clip of his original and new scenes. Andy Cohen, King of Bravo, keeper of Carrie's Manilos, the caption stated. Andy Cohen's appearance on And Just Like That Season 3. Andy's character Daniel appeared in the SJP Season 3 episode titled Present Tense. In the episode, Carrie finds herself at Bergdorf's, Daniel's workplace, after a difficult conversation with her boyfriend, Aidan Shaw, played by John Corbett. The scene opens with Carrie looking at a pair of flats when Daniel approaches her with a stack of shoeboxes. Hey Carrie, I am slammed, but I'm gonna be right with you, ok? Daniel tells her. When did Andy Cohen appear on Sex and the City? Andy's SAT debut was over 20 years ago, in the Season 6 episode, Let There Be Light. He played an attentive shoe salesman at Barney's, assisting Carrie Bradshaw, played by Sarah Jessica Parker, in selecting Manola Blahnik heels for a date. Andy Cohen honors Michael Patrick King on WWHL. On July 24, Andy gave Michael his Maisel of the Day for inviting him to return to the beloved television franchise. It is time for my Maisel of the Day. It goes to Michael Patrick King, the great Michael Patrick King, for having the good sense to bring back the most beloved character in the Sex and the City universe, the shoe salesman from Season 6, played by yours truly, he quipped. And this time, tonight on And Just Like That, he gave him a name, Andy added. Sarah Jessica Parker discusses her friendship with Andy Cohen. Sarah Jessica and Andy are clearly close friends. Just last week, the actress appeared on WWHL. After Andy introduced her as his friend, Sarah Jessica spoke about their relationship. It's so funny to be formally with you in a pretend, professional engagement, Sarah Jessica told Andy. The WWHL host agreed, mentioning they had just spent time together the previous night. Sarah Jessica Parker comments on Andy Cohen's new residence. Sarah Jessica then shared that she had a drink with Andy at his new home, noting she was only the third person to see his new place. A fateful encounter then and now. 20 years melted away like a forgotten winter snow as Andy stepped back into Daniel's polished shoes. The memory of his first foray into the Sex and the City universe, a brief but memorable appearance in Season 6, Let There Be Light, still brought a wry smile to his lips. Back then, he was merely the attentive shoe salesman at Barney's, a silent observer helping Carrie Bradshaw navigate the perilous yet exhilarating world of Manola Blahnik's for a date. It was a fleeting moment, a cameo that, to his surprise, had resonated with fans. Now, as he stood amidst the glittering array of designer footwear at Bergdorf's, the scent of fine leather and ambition thick in the air, he was no longer just a shoe salesman. He was Daniel, with a name, a backstory, and lines to deliver. This wasn't just a nostalgic revisit, it was an evolution. The call had come from Michael Patrick King, the brilliant mind behind both Sex and the City, and Just Like That. Andy remembered the conversation vividly. Andy, my friend, Michael had begun, his voice warm with anticipation. The fans remember that shoe salesman. They loved him. It's time to bring him back, properly this time. Andy had laughed, a genuine, delighted sound. You mean the most beloved character in the Sex and the City universe? He quipped, playfully referencing his own lighthearted jest on Watch What Happens Live. The idea was both amusing and incredibly appealing. To step back into that world, especially with his dear friend Sarah Jessica Parker, it was an offer he couldn't refuse. The scene unfolds. Daniel meets Carrie again. The day of filming for, and just like that season 3, specifically the episode Present Tense, felt charged with a quiet excitement. Andy, as Daniel, straightened his tie, his movements fluid and practiced. He knew this character even if their previous encounter had been silent. Daniel was observant, efficient, and possessed an innate understanding of his clientele's unspoken desires, especially when it came to footwear. The set was buzzing, but a hush fell as Sarah Jessica Parker, as Carrie entered the opulent shoe department. Her shoulders were slightly slumped, a subtle tension in her gait. Andy knew the narrative. Carrie had just had a difficult conversation with Aidan Shaw, played by John Corbett. Shoes, in Carrie's world, were more than just accessories. They were comfort, escape, and sometimes a silent form of rebellion. Carrie's gaze drifted over a pair of sleek flats, a stark contrast to her usual skyscraper heels. Daniel, ever the professional, spotted her. He approached, a stack of shoeboxes balanced expertly in his arms. "Hey, Carrie, I am slammed, but I'm gonna be right with you. Ugh," he said, his voice a calm, reassuring presence in the midst of her internal turmoil. The words felt natural, the interaction seamless. It was a testament to the magic of storytelling, where a familiar face, even in a small role, could evoke a flood of memories and connect two different eras of a beloved narrative. For Andy, it was more than just acting. It was a reunion, a tribute, and a chance to add another layer to a character he'd unexpectedly brought to life. Behind the scenes, a friendship forged in stilettos and studio lights. The bond between Andy Cohen and Sarah Jessica Parker extended far beyond the camera's lens. They were, as Andy often described, longtime BFFs. Their friendship, forged over years of shared laughs, intimate conversations, and countless industry events, was a testament to the genuine connections that could blossom even in the demanding world of entertainment. Just the week before the And Just Like That episode aired, Sarah Jessica had appeared on Watch What Happens Live. Andy had introduced her to the audience not just as an acclaimed actress, but as his friend, a simple word that carried immense weight. "It's so funny to be formally with you in a pretend, professional engagement," Sarah Jessica had remarked, her eyes twinkling with shared amusement. Andy had readily agreed, adding that they had literally just been together the night before, sharing a quiet moment away from the public eye. That quiet moment, Sarah Jessica had revealed, was a cocktail at Andy's new home. She had been among the very first to see his new abode, a privilege that spoke volumes about the depth of their connection. It wasn't just about red carpets and premieres. It was about shared secrets, comfortable silences, and being there for each other through life's triumphs and tribulations. A mazel for Michael and the magic of memories. And Just Like That appearance was more than just a job for Andy. It was a moment of deep gratitude and a chance to celebrate the creative minds who had made it possible. On July 24, back on his WVVHL set, Andy dedicated his Mazel of the Day to Michael Patrick King. "It is time for my Mazel of the Day. It goes to Michael Patrick King, the great Michael Patrick King, for having the good sense to bring back the most beloved character in the Sex and the City universe. The shoe salesman from Season 6, played by yours truly," he joked, a mischievous glint in his eye. And this time, tonight on And Just Like That, he gave him a name. The moment was pure Andy, a blend of self-deprecating humor, genuine appreciation, and an infectious enthusiasm for the projects he was a part of. He understood the power of nostalgia, the comfort in revisiting beloved characters and stories. His brief but impactful return as Daniel was a nod to that power, a small but significant thread woven back into the rich tapestry of Carrie Bradshaw's life. The story of Daniel, the shoe salesman, was a testament to the unexpected trajectories of fame and friendship. From a silent background figure to a named character with a voice, Andy Cohen's journey as Daniel mirrored his own multifaceted career. He was a host who could act, a producer who understood the pulse of pop culture, and an author who wove compelling narratives. But most importantly, he was a friend, a loyal and cherished presence in the lives of those he held dear, both on and off screen. And in the bustling, ever-evolving landscape of New York City, where fashion met fate and friendships endured, Daniel the shoe salesman would always have a place, waiting to help Carrie find her next perfect pair.